we've got the Retro Vaultz Podcast. It is coming at you hot.
Retro Vaultz.
Retro Vaultz.
Retro Vaultz. Retro Vaultz. Retro Vaultz.
Retro Vaultz.
Retro Vaultz.
The Retro Vaultz.
Retro Vaultz Podcast.
So don't go anywhere.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Retro Vaultz, powered by the founding members of GGL. I'm ILLMASSACRE.
And I'm Alpha.
This is where you level up for gaming news, interviews, and everything coming soon. Yo, we got a special guest on the show today. And I can say this guy, you know, is a good partner in crime when it comes to music. He kills it. He's a slaughterer with lyricism. He is the man, Mark Cooper.
Let's go.
Welcome to the
Pleasure.
show.
How are you?
We good, bro. I'm good. Alpha, how you doing?
We vibing. Absolutely vibing.
How
Excited.
you doing, bro? That's the question. How you doing today?
Doing great, man. Just another day on the earth, you know. Keep going a day at a time. It's the best way to look at it.
Listen, man, for those who are listening right now and, of course, watching, please break it down. Who is Mark Cooper?
Sure. Like I said, I'm Mark Cooper. I'm a producer and artist coming from the Motor City. I do a genre. It's called Nerdcore that focuses on the fandoms of anime, video games, comic references, pop culture, nostalgic rap that I do. If they know me for that, they may know me for voiceover or as a producer. I score films and games and things like that. I'm a teacher, and newest thing is I'm a Power Ranger. So there's a lot of different
Hey,
avenues of the pot I'm into. So yeah.
let's go.
You're not lying about the Power Ranger, bro. I saw the post. I saw the costume. It's a big deal for those who don't know. He is a Power Ranger. Listen, how many times do you transform in a week to fight crime in your suit?
It's a 9 to 5, so it really depends.
That's what's up, bro. Listen, man. So again, thanks again for coming on the show, man. You know, we've been wanting to have you on here because you know you are a very interesting human being, and I learned about you through our very own Mike Strato.
Mhm.
You know, shout out to him. If you will, bro, break it down to us. Like, how did the whole music scene start for you? Like, what hip hop song, what artist, or what even show? What did you hear on TV that the music attracted you to doing what you're doing today?
You know what? To be honest, a lot of people think it's really just kind of the hip hop aspect for it. Like, believe it or not, the first album I ever bought was a Bone Thugs and Harmony album. You know what I mean? That was like one of the first CDs I ever bought. But crazy enough, I was really more inspired by Saturday morning cartoons and, you know, 80s soundtracks and stuff like that, from like your Terminators, your RoboCops, and then hearing stuff that's from like, you know, like Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, like all of those aspects and themes that really, you know, drove the show into me watching it was, you know, the intro was great.
Right.
And that was like one of my main inspirations there. And then when I turned 14, I asked my dad for a keyboard, and then I was able to get one. And then afterwards, just like one chord into a note, and I've been doing it ever since. So that's really where my inspiration came from in those aspects.
That's what's up, bro, because I'm big on Power Rangers.
Mm.
You?
Yeah, I grew up with Power Rangers. Yeah, because I didn't grow up with cable. So if it wasn't on like 3, 5, 8, 10,
Yeah.
13, 21, 25, 33,
Right.
we didn't get it.
Damn, she
You
broke
know?
down all the
Yeah.
damn channels.
Yeah.
And with the static in the you know, the antenna.
Yep.
No, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Power Rangers was huge in my life. You know, I actually have a picture with Jason David Frank, rest in peace, the Green Ranger.
Yes.
In my studio, and you know, when he came out on the Power Rangers, I went from loving the Blue Ranger, Red Ranger to just Tommy all the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just Tommy at that point.
I don't care if he segued into being the White Ranger, White Tiger, and Falcon, whatever. He was always Tommy, the Green Ranger to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dragon Zord.
I was a pink Power Ranger
Oh,
for,
okay, I
for
can see that.
Halloween.
All right.
Yeah, one
Okay.
year. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I can see you as a Yellow Ranger. I don't know why.
Yeah. It looks good.
No, but that's what's up, man, because you did say Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. That's where I attracted my ear when it came to music as well. You know, movies always have the dopest soundtracks and stuff, but there's something about cartoon shows that always tune you in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, when did you write your first rap? What age? How old were you?
I was about 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote my first verse in that. Actually, it was a poem to a crush in 7th grade.
Hey.
And wrote it out. Never wrote anything like that. Put it in the locker. And the funny story is put in the wrong locker.
Oh.
Yeah, so somebody else
because it's
found
got
it.
that little slit, right? You could just slide it in, right? That's what it
Yep,
was.
yep. I put it in the wrong locker.
Oh.
And a person I knew picked it up. And he was like, you might have put this in the wrong one. Like, who are you putting this into? I know you don't talk about things, but what did you put it into? And it was like the one next to it. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Wait, so he read the note?
Of course he did.
Oh, no.
It was in his locker. You know exactly what it was.
You know, it wouldn't be drama if the dude didn't read the
Right.
note. You know
Like,
what I
what
mean?
kind of friend would I be if I?
Right.
Hey,
Exactly. It's
Did he
like,
at least
you're
give you
right.
feedback? Like, hey, man, this is all right, but you could push a little harder or whatever. Like,
Oh no, I didn't get any rapper feedback at all. They were just like, "Who is this girl you talking about?" And that's basically what it was. So
who got you smiling like that?
right,
Nah, it's crazy, man. It's funny because I don't know about you, Alpha, but that's how I started. I would write poetry.
Yeah.
You know, little 4 bars here and there, and then a crush. A crush would always do it, bro.
Mhm.
Always. A crush would always have you writing poetry.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was writing poetry in elementary school because after every recess we would have to come in and journal.
Mm.
Well, I got tired of journaling about and I couldn't really talk about my home life or anything like that.
Right,
so
right.
I started writing poetry, and the teacher had called me to go up and read, and
Shit.
she was like, "Wow, you wrote that?" And I was like, "Uh huh."
See?
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely.
And
I think that's an artist thing for sure. like
Yeah, and that's what I
poetry.
was telling my son, little man, Ethan, is he had a project, he had to do something, right? He had to work on something. And I said, yo, go dramatic with it. Like build in your head. And he's got an amazing imagination. That's how I was in school. Our project in 5th grade was to write about what you're doing for the summer. That's it. Most of these kids, like, they were all gonna go to the community pool, YMCA, play in the park. I wrote, yo, I'm making a movie with my homeboy Robert, and we're about to do like some action-packed Van Damme shit. And I wrote some crazy shit. She made me read in front of the whole class. I was embarrassed, but then I got some, like, everybody clapping because that's how things, work out for a kid who has a big imagination.
Right.
So that's how I look at music, bro. Like, when you're about to lay some lyrics down on a piece of paper, do you picture the scene first, or do you just start writing till you see different things come out in your thoughts?
I'm an image kind of person. So if I got like a concept that I'm looking for and what I'm aiming for, I would use that kind of thing. I would use the Britannia, if you will, encyclopedia on disc, if you remember that from the 90s, just kind of that, that element of, what exactly you have in your head and ideas, and then afterwards outsource, you know what I mean? And really it's just about getting the concept, getting the idea, and just building from there, just kind of like the seed that gets watered for the plants to grow, and then the photosynthesis, which is the inspiration, and then pursuing it. And that's kind of the angles of how I look at it when I create music.
I love that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's just like a canvas, you know what I mean?
Right.
You
Absolutely.
you throw your ideas in there, and then that's how you build things around, bro. Man, how did your relationship with Mike Strato start, bro?
You know what? This is actually an interesting story because I don't think we ever talked about it. Ironically, we knew each other 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
We met in a clubhouse type of group or whatever, and it was like for gaming and influencers and stuff like that. And Mike was like, "I remember you." I was like, "Why?" Because he's like, "Because you're the artist that rocks a Nintendo Power Glove when you do music," and that's something that I always remember. And I was like, "Well, that's awesome." And then that's how we were able to connect and meet, and it worked out well that way.
That's what's up. Mike knows how to scout them. Let me tell you, man. He is a scouter. He feels the energy of the artist.
Absolutely.
For yourself, you know how that feels. For myself, I know how that feels. And you just gravitate towards the guy, man. And he's such an amazing soul. So shout out to you, Mike.
Yeah.
You know
And it was
what I mean?
just his birthday.
Yes, it was his birthday. Shout out to him. Happy
Yes.
birthday,
Happy
Mike
birthday,
Strato.
Mike.
Yep. Happy birthday, man.
We love you, bro. Keep doing you. You know what I mean? You are an important, like a big movement in our lives, a big, humongous force. Keep pushing, bro. We got you. You got us. All love.
All
we love
love.
you.
Yep.
But that's great, man. Listen, bro. I understand that you do a lot of music, of course, for the Nerdcore. Like, not for me, I've heard about Nerdcore a while back. Never really paid too much attention to it until, Hip Hop Gamer does it a lot. Shout out to my brother Hip Hop. He's been doing it for years, and I've been supplying him with beats for a long time. He's the only one I know that's been doing it, when we're living back in New York City. But when I stepped into the GGL scene, I see there's a lot, like so many soundtracks to the same things going on. And when I heard your music, bro, your shit blew me out of the water, bro. I gotta tell you. You sent me was it the Marvel Rivals intro thing? Man, listen. This man is a genius, bro. You are amazing. You are actually the one that gave me more of an idea to do more of the nerdcore rap and start shifting on certain things for games and comic books and stuff like that. Because I think for me, you could write a song, you could write a rap, you could freestyle, whatever. But when it's an actual amazing topic, you could rap around Sonic, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, anything like that, and make it fucking, connect. Right. Hip hop has been doing it too with the 660 rap freestyle on Hot 97. He would give somebody an assignment like, yo, you be, Scorpion for Mortal Kombat. And then, I'm going to have you be Ryu from Street Fighter. And they got to come up with that freestyle, whatever, and rap as that character. Then he'll judge it. Have you ever been in a rap battle doing stuff like that in school? Remember back in the day, you could just bang on the.
I've done the rap battles, but a lot of my scene is I've done a lot of producer battles. And that's something I've been doing for like 11, 12 years. Like I actually won quite a few of them. I even got one that's a championship belt from it for the March Madness beat battle. I do have. I've been doing beat battles for a long time. Like I standard beats the beats and traveling the globe and battling in Toronto and Atlanta and LA. And that's just kind of been my, my forte of what I've been doing for a long time. Me and my best friend and partner Blizz, we've been doing it forever.
That's awesome.
That's what's up. So you travel for this shit. Like this is something under your belt. This is something huge. That's crazy, man. He's got a belt.
Yeah.
For doing that shit. You don't happen to have that around you, huh?
I do. If you give me a second, I'll grab it for you.
Please. I want to see that. That's dope.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, look at that. Damn.
I think I got it down, sir.
It's shiny. Yeah.
March Madness.
Ooh.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. And you got that hung up on the wall? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. I know Hip Hop Gamer has his own belt, but I do too.
Nah, man. Yo, God bless. That's what's up right there. Got to get hand applause.
Thank you.
So, Mark, I kind of want to ask you a question, maybe go back a little bit, because I'm very interested into like the music that you had surrounding you while you were growing up.
Okay.
How that kind of shaped into why like you chose hip hop and went down that.
Okay.
avenue. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I didn't listen to a lot of hip hop. A lot of it was kind of, shielded from me because of, my parents and stuff like that. Like in the earlier 90s, that's the, the era of the gangster rap and all that stuff. And they just, only things I would really hear is like stuff on the radio. Right. So the cassette tapes, I know, right? So the cassette tapes that I had, believe it or not, and I listened to them backwards and forwards, and there was only 2 cassette tapes I listened to like that. And one of them was Off the Wall, Michael Jackson's tape, and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers soundtrack.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
With all the Ron Wasserman stuff, and literally listened to that backwards and forwards all the way through.
I love that. I grew up Disney, so I actually had some like Disney cassettes.
Cassettes, right?
Yeah, I mean, we listened to like Pocahontas and shit, and just like.
I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Like that's what I did with my cassettes, man. Like I had the soundtrack too, because the school would give you like those little forms or what books you can buy at a book fair, and they had the Power Rangers soundtrack. So I got that, bro.
Yeah, the one was in that really tall plastic case.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. I have finally found one of those. I found that. And I found the VR Troopers one as well.
Oh, I was watching that last week, bro, on my TV, man, on Roku.
Right.
VR Troopers. Oh, my God. Big Bad Beetleborgs. You were a fan of that?
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I'm talking about. So, segueing into that, talking about the comic book world. You collect comics?
I collect more of the figures than comics, but I know about the comics there. You know what I mean? From your Uncanny X-Men to your Amazing Spider-Mans to your, DC and everything. I rock with those. And I like the crossovers where they have like the turtles enter the universes and, all of those. But, I'm fairly well versed in it.
That's what's up. Yeah, because I collect comics. I collect figures. I mean, I've been a comic freak since I was a little kid, and I was just telling my nephew yesterday, I had 3 special comics as a kid, and when I was a kid, my mom kind of like got them mixed up with some newspapers, or whatever, and tossed them in the trash, and it kind of like it just ended my world, and then
Everybody's got that story.
right,
At least.
and then I told myself as I got older, man, my mission in life is to get everything that I lost, you know what I mean, and so far so good for myself. I've been doing that. I've been collecting books, figures, comics, and getting heavy into this nerdcore, or rap now is like I get to look at certain things in comics and write about them. I just dropped the Fortnite EP for Tiger Media. Shout out to Tiger Media. Which, bro, we gotta talk about Tiger Media, man, because we gotta get you on there. If you're not familiar with Tiger Media, we gotta talk, all right? Because your music has to be, one of the main artists to be on Tiger Media for Fortnite, Valorant, Halo Infinite, all that stuff, bro.
I used to be semi-pro for Halo, so that'd be dope.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's meant for you to be on there, you know what I mean? So we got to talk about that. But the thing is, that's what gave me an idea. It's like, if I make an album for Fortnite, what could I do? Like, because I'm not a big Fortnite freak, like my homie here, and my son, my little man is the one that really got me heavy into it. So that's when I started getting ideas like, yo, what's the Fortnite slang? What is this called? What is that? And he threw it to me, made a list, started watching YouTube videos, watching him play, and then boom, just knocked out a 6-track, EP. And now it's on Tiger Media. So it's the first of many, man. We're gonna be working on a lot of tracks. Alpha here is gonna have her tracks there pretty soon as well. But I think, bro, there's something to have you on the Tiger Media, fam, bro. With your music, I think that we could definitely feature your music on there. So yeah, for sure, we're gonna talk about that. So what you got coming next, man? Like, what's the next project you're working on? Anything special? Albums, EPs, what we got?
Well, I do a lot of things. I just kind of been silent about, but I can, talk about a little bit for it.
Okay.
Just like one thing is the Marvel Rivals project. It's literally is a theme for all the characters is on the game. I'm already, I think, 33 tracks deep in it.
Oh, wow.
Made all the beats, recorded, mixed and mastered, all that stuff. Another thing I have in a tuck is a Transformers project in the EP. So I got that ready to go. And then working on some projects for games and stuff like that. One of them I'm working with is called Pizza Kid. They're on their Kickstarter right now. So they got like a boom bap type of feel. I'm doing a collaboration with DJ Spinna on that. So that was going to be really exciting.
That sounds cool.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, it's just film scores and for different films and shows and things like that. I do the film scores for Power Rangers Unworthy and Beast Hunters. So I work with those. I'm back on set for Power Rangers Cosmos with a brand new season. So we start filming that next week. And I'm not a character on there, but I play like a putty or something to fight choreography because when we do live action, I also fight with the Rangers as well.
So you do like the funny moves, like the putties and stuff, and I forget the noise.
Yep, and the kicks and yep.
So you got to sign a waiver too. They're like, so if you get hurt, you're
oh, absolutely. Yeah, they won't even let
Yeah.
you. They won't let you get feats before that. But yeah,
That's crazy.
but we try to do safety is our number one priority anyway.
Absolutely.
So we don't do anything that just doesn't look like something that would be in our wheelhouse. So
Right. So you.
but yeah, but that's.
That's awesome. And you were mentioning Marvel Rivals. Do you actually play the game? You play?
I sure
Rivals?
do.
All right. So what character you usually play? Are you Jeff? Are you
No, I play Punisher.
Punisher? Ayo.
I play Punisher, Psylocke, and I'm starting to enjoy Cyclops. I think he's gonna be like one of my thirds there. Like people really, that character just came out, and people really love that character. I do too. It's really fun, but my main is Punisher. I do got a Lord for it, so
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I think it's really cool that they're doing that as well. They're adding characters.
Yeah,
To keep
I just learned about that the other day.
It makes me want to go back and play.
Okay, see, and that's the thing is that I have Marvel Rivals, right? My nephew is the one that really plays online with my son. My brother-in-law, he jumps in and they're like, "Yo, you should play too." And then I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get to it." You know what I mean?
That's why the first thing I was like Jeff, because he's like the most.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard. You know what I mean? But then when you said Punisher, because Punisher's my guy too, it's like, okay, I could play. But then he said Cyclops. My nephew told me Cyclops was in. I was like, all right, this is a way to really get me trapped into the game,
Right.
just like they did with Fortnite, right? So we played.
Oh yeah.
And I think I picked Captain America. He picked Bucky, and I guess he taught me that there's some kind of like you could join forces.
Team up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm still beginning for me. You know, I'm still dipping my toes.
But you're having fun.
I suck, but I am having fun though.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're having fun first, is all that really matters. Competition is everything, but it's like
Absolutely.
for me right now at my age, I love games. I don't give a shit. I love gaming. You know what I mean? And to find fellow gamers
Yeah.
who happen to be artists, happen to be producers, and are in this world of gaming. I
'Cause
just
everybody games.
yeah, exactly. Everybody games. You know what I mean? And that's all I really care about. So. Well, when you're playing with the fucking 10-year-old though, like, and they look at you like, yo, you kind of suck. I'm like, yo, you're not lying.
Right. They start actually.
That's when you know.
Right? No, but you know, my thing is again, Retro Vaultz is like I said, you know, soul stories. You know what I mean? And learning yours today is really important to us, bro. I would like to go back for a second. What was your first console you've ever owned? Ever got? Christmas, birthday, what?
A Sega Game Master, I want to say.
And it was
It's between that and the NES around that time. I think it was my dad's at the time, and then he bought. So officially bought, it will be probably a tie with the Super Nintendo and Genesis, because both my parents bought individual consoles at the time.
And what games were you playing?
I was playing things all over. I mean, you could think of your Sonics. I was playing, the original X-Men game where everybody rage quit at the end because they didn't know how to reset the cartridge. Or, in your Super Nintendos. Of course, I was playing your Mortal Kombats and your Super Mario Worlds and your Lufia, Fortress of Doom, and, all those kind of games I was playing.
That's awesome.
That's what's up, man. And then, as you got older, like, did you get stuck on just the consoles you had? You're like, you know what? I want to kind of move on to the PlayStation, or I want to get, PS2 and stuff like that. Like, did you move on?
Well, I always moved on, but the crazy thing enough, I am blessed to still have all the consoles I ever had as a kid.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I still have my N64, my day one PlayStation 2, Xbox. I have it all.
Hell yeah.
And that's what's up, man. Like, again, I'm a big collector. I would have had all the PlayStations if I didn't give away so let's take that back. I didn't give it away. It was planned to be sold. Never got paid for it. So I had to move on with life. It is what it is. I had the PS2 Slim, but I would have had my whole collection. So that's one that's missing. It's PS2. I got to get that back. The Xbox, the brick, the block, the big-ass box. That's one of my favorite consoles too, man. I'm a PlayStation head, but that Xbox has my heart. There's just...
Yeah, that's the easiest one to mod. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then, it's just one of those things where I always go back. I have, like, game sticks and stuff that have, like, 27,000 games on them, and gotta always play the retro games, bro. Which retro game of all time is your favorite?
It's really hard to say.
And there's no judgment here, bro. It's whatever you love, because we love
No, not hard to say. It's just really, really hard to verse that with the history of things that we have. Like, we're going arcade cabinets. Of course, I'm going to pick, X-Men, you know what I'm saying? Children of the Atom, X-Men. If we're talking NES, from that, of course, it's going to be either your Mario Brothers or, the Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combination. It's going to be that.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
If the Sega, of course, it's going to be Sonic 2. Like, there's not a lot of things that can top that. But I would say around those realms. Just depends. And I was the arcade era kid, so I like the X-Men Well, I love Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about the Simpsons and playing, all those beat 'em up games at that time. Yeah. I mean, people forgot about the Avengers beat 'em up game and how much of a sleeper that was.
Marvel vs. Capcom, I would say, had me in the chokehold for a while, and because I didn't own it. Again, most of the kids that I knew had games, so I wasn't allowed.
Yeah, two is my favorite personally.
Yeah, two, okay. See, that's the thing, is that I didn't know about these games till I would learn about them in school. They would tell me like, "Yo, have you played this?" And they would look at you like, "Damn, you poor." I'm like, we're all poor, bro.
Right.
You're lucky your parents got you that console with that game. But I wasn't allowed to go to nobody else's crib. Lucky for me, my cousins lived upstairs, and they put me on to, Super Nintendo. We played all the different type of games because of my cousin. So I got to sit down and just enjoy that. Then go to school the next day and talk about it. But the funny thing is, every time I talk about it, by the game. They were ahead of me. They had a different game.
Right.
Now, I don't care, man. You know how us adults, I don't give a shit. We go back to the game. We play what we want. You want to play Fortnite? Go right ahead. I'm going to go jump on Super Mario Bros., Super Smash Bros., all that shit,
Right,
you know?
Right. Yeah, like when you said the Simpsons game, that just brought back memories,
Yeah.
man. That was such a cool game.
And see, that's the thing about nostalgia, man. You could mention the game, immediately you go back to where you were at.
Yeah.
You know what was
Exactly.
on TV. You know what was being like playing outside, the ice cream truck coming
Who was
through.
there in your life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I got Fortnite. These kids just want to be stuck on the game, which is I really in my household we game a lot. But I also tell my kid, like, you know, you got to hit the books. You got to go do this. You got to go do that. He's in dance class. He's an artist. He sketches and everything. But I make sure that I do give him that time to play games, man, because at the end of the day, it's not just about being a kid, but gaming, it just takes you to a whole nother world,
Right.
you know?
And you do have a good kid, though.
Oh, thank you.
He's a-
Thank you. You know,
Look,
I try.
E-man. He's
I try.
He's one of my favorite people.
Little man.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, bro. Listen, man, for you, and I ask this to everybody, it's like, I know you played consoles, you played different games, but what are your top 5 consoles? We're talking about Infinity Gauntlet of consoles, if you had to choose. And I don't think no specific order, but what are your top 5?
All right.
Don't mean to
It'd be the
stress. Don't mean to
PS2.
stress you out.
I ain't stressed. That'd be the PS2. That'd be Xbox, Super Nintendo, Genesis. I'm actually gonna throw a nod. I'm gonna say Dreamcast.
All right,
Okay.
Dreamcast.
That's fair.
Dreamcast was way before its time, and I feel that it was one of those things where it's got some classic games on there that you'll never see the way it's made again, like Power Stone for one. You know what I mean? There were a lot of great game developers that really, really showed off in the Dreamcast era. So that would
That's
be
great,
me.
and that's crazy because my little brother, got Dreamcast. Now for me, again, I think I was a little too hard headed back then when it came to it. I didn't really give it a chance. I didn't give it a shot. I was playing one of the Sonic games that came out for the Dreamcast. We all know Sonic for being what it is, man. Okay, let's not front. We got Sonic that runs fast. He's collecting the coins, going through the loops, and doing what he's got to do, fighting Robotnik and all that shit. This one was kind of off. I couldn't really explain it. He's like running through tunnels and
Well, it was 3D. That's what it
Yeah.
was. You're used to the side stroller of
yeah, exactly.
you know, like 2D
Exactly.
side stroller. And that was
Exactly.
around the time where they were starting to really do 3D aspects for it. And it was like, you know, that's why I say it was before its time. Because at that time, you know, at the moment, PlayStation came out at the same time. So they thought that, you know, PlayStation was doing, you know, and I mean, they thought Dreamcast was trying to do what PlayStation was going to do. And then that's where that combative came through on that. But yeah, like for PlayStation, you were just familiar with it, with 3D, like with Spyro and Tomb Raider and, you know, and Metal Gear Solid. Like that just seemed like a different era because it was on CD. But when Sega was like, we could do that too, and tried to do the same, you know, the same debate console wars with Nintendo, they just knew like, hey, you know, Sony is beyond what we're doing right now, and then that's what happened.
Nah, shout out to them. I mean, again, my brother tried to explain things to me. My problem is that when I'm really stuck on one thing or a few things that I like, sometimes I don't want to try that. It is what it is. But then when I put on the game, and it was just me. If I think if you were with me next to me playing with it, I would have kind of got hype and loved it more and gave it the respect that it does deserve. Because Dreamcast, of course, is one of the most amazing consoles that I think most of the people I talk to, love.
Yeah.
And it's on their list. You know what I mean? Who knows? I'll probably go cop one from eBay. Who knows? And just put it in the collection and give it more of a shot. Because you could play any game that's out there, download it, but you appreciate the console more knowing that the game came from that console.
Yeah, it does play different.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's out of respect. Like some of these games that just, you could only get exclusively, you know, for this console, whatever, and or console sharing or whatever. But when it comes to a specific game, and you know it comes from that console, you respect them more.
Yeah.
So
Right.
So thank you for clarifying that for me, bro. Like I'm gonna give it a chance.
Absolutely.
I'm not shitting on it. That was younger me. Now it's like, all right, if I want to get more consoles, which is the ones I should get? So but yeah, man. But thank you for that. N64, bro.
Yeah.
N64.
N64 was legendary. That's definitely on my list for sure. You know what I mean? Of those. But the thing is that I picked Dreamcast over N64 in this instance only because I knew what potential it could have been over time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. Like another one was the GameCube for me. You know what I mean? That's what made those three like the toss up. But it was just the Super Nintendo in that era was so massive, as in like, it was just well put together, and it was such a great collection of games and things like that I enjoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that purple controller.
And that's
Yeah.
right. That was cool. And then in the Sega Genesis, just it's in a league of its own. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. And PS2 is still the most sold console of all of them.
Yeah, man.
So not adding that in there just doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
Real quick, bro. As soon as you just hear PS2, what's the first game that pops into your head? There's so many classics, but like the first one that pops into your mind that you just want to play.
You gonna laugh, bro? It wasn't Grand Theft Auto for me.
Okay.
It wasn't Grand Theft Auto. Believe it or not, when the PS2, I was playing. First game I think about. The first game I ever bought for the PS2 was Simpsons Road Rage. Believe it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even think of that.
Simpsons Road Rage was one. Of course, you think about it was Simpsons Road Rage. It was Tekken Tag 2 for me. Tekken Tag Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It was that, and then I really enjoyed. Darn it! Just trying to think of the name here. I was playing Tony Hawk Underground. Sorry, I was trying to remember. Yeah,
Tony Hawk.
Man. So I enjoyed a lot of sports games, kind of portions for it, and then I would go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or any of those, and then I would play and beat those other games in the spare time. Because then they allowed you to have 5 days instead of 3.
Yeah.
And it was only free to do that during the summer.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man, is when I would like rent something from Blockbuster or the nearest rental spot, like you would try to like finish that game as quick as you can because you got to take it back. Sometimes, what is it? It was like $1 or $2 a day if you didn't bring it back or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I kept it for a month and I got in so much trouble. I forgot what game it was. But I think it was Vice City.
Yeah.
And it's before I got Vice City for myself, which I still have to this day. One of my favorite games of all time, man. You know why? Because I'm a big Scarface fan, and that whole game just gives you that whole vibe. Even though Scarface did come out for PlayStation 2, I still get that vibe, man. GTA is just. I mean, it's up there, man.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at just now on the phone. Because as soon as you do PlayStation 2 games, Grand Theft Auto is the first thing that pops up.
Yeah,
and it's all over.
Yeah,
but one that came across and I was like, man, I remember playing that game was the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets.
I've never played that.
Yeah.
On PS2.
Is it good?
It was good. Yeah, because it was still like kind of like an open world type feel, But it was.
And that's the thing for me is that I would know, like, let's say the top 5 games that I play, like Twisted Metal Black, one of my other favorite ones of all time. But I love to hear the hidden gem ones. Like ones I didn't even know about that one, the Harry Potter one. And then you brought out, the road rage stuff. So it's like everybody's got something that they played, and then I want to start playing it myself. So maybe after today, knowing this stuff, I am going to look for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I could download it somewhere. If not, I'm going to just have to get me the game in the console, and we're just going to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Yeah, because I know that we got the N64, but the N64, bro, for you, this one is really important, bro, because N64, again, holds a special place.
It was vital in my childhood for sure.
Right? Top 5 games that you would play for N64.
All right, well, that would be Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey.
Oh, shit, okay.
That was like before. That was actually before Blitz and all that. To be honest.
Oh, Blitz.
Uh,
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Then it would be, of course, Super Mario 64,
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart counts for me. Golden Eyes on that list. So that's
Yes.
one, two, three, four. And then the fifth one, I believe it was, man, there's always number five you forget. Um, Banjo Kazooie.
There you
Oh,
go.
took that
Yeah.
back. See, because for me, all the ones you said, with the Mario Kart, Mario 64, 007, but my favorite one was Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
Perfect Dark, especially if you're a Halo fan, you definitely
yeah.
enjoy Perfect Dark.
Bro, Perfect Dark had the best soundtrack. We talked about this
Yeah.
before. It just has like I would literally play that every night, go to bed late, then get up early in the morning before I go to school, play it, and then just have the soundtrack in my head.
Yeah.
And this is before like LimeWire hit hard.
Right. Yeah.
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 And you could download stuff. But that's yeah, man. N64, PS2 has my heart. The first PlayStation has my heart. Um,
Yeah, Mark. If you like Blitz, I'm telling you right now, you need to check out Mutant Football League.
oh yeah,
I've
man.
heard
I'm
I've
telling
heard
you.
people pull out a gun and shoot somebody on the field. Like
Listen,
I'm just
I'm just telling you, bro. Your boy is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am the backup
that's
quarterback for Hip Hop Gamer, who is the lead quarterback. So make sure that you get him killed and then put me in the game. You know what I mean?
okay.
Or you
I
could
got you.
you could switch either way, whatever I'm just saying. But if the character gets killed, he can't play the rest of the game. So, you'll do good with me. I'm just saying.
Well,
Um
I would hope that's how that works.
Yeah,
um
and we also did a song together
yeah, we
too,
did
all
we did
together.
the Mule Football League Rise and Roar. Shout
No,
out
I
to
got a
Hip Hop
chance to
Gamer.
hear that before when it was advertised. So, yeah.
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 Yeah, we put the song together. First of many, of course. But that man, when I found out last year that I was gonna be a part of the game, I just lost my mind. It's my first official game that I am a character in, and I just I'm just honored to be a part of it. For those who don't know about me in Football League, you can pick me up, you can slam me on the ground, you can shoot me, put a machete in my face, whatever you feel like doing. If you're playing against Get Money Gamers, but just know it's gonna happen back to you if you fuck around. No, but
They better be careful. They make a DLC.
but yeah, man, did you ever get a chance to like really like talk to Hip Hop Gamer, like face to face or like in an interview or anything
Oh,
like
new.
that?
Well, we never had a conversation ever before.
Nah. Well, I got to make that happen because you are one amazing human being, bro, that he has to uh, get in contact with, bro. Especially, I'm not going to mention too much. There's a lot of beautiful things happening behind the scenes. And the two of you definitely need to link up because it's only big opportunities going to happen out of this. And like I said,
Absolutely.
we're going to be talking about Target Media. I'm going to hook you up with that. We're gonna get it popping, bro. There's a lot of beautiful things happening in the future. Man, for those that are listening, bro, what's the next thing that's popping off with Mark Cooper, bro? What can we expect in the next couple of months of this year?
Well, I would say a lot of new music's coming for the summer for sure, and just expect a lot more short form content stuff. It definitely dedicated to rivals and other stuff, and then just oh man, it's a lot. One thing I do have a festival. I actually have my own music festival that is nerd related. It's called Nerdivation, which is my nonprofit
Ooh.
brand. We have our festival in Detroit at the end of this month on the 27th of June, which will be annual, which is great. And honestly, after that, I also sealed for the fall. I haven't talked about it yet, but there will be a Nerdivation radio. Will actually be on Splash, and what I will be able to do is have it'll be one of the first nerd platforms that are focused in that genre in that realm on radio for media base. So artists could be able to actually get compensated for their radio spins and plays as well. So we just make things certainly themed. So that's something that just happened. I'm just getting everything together for, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be for the fall.
Yeah,
That's
that's what's up,
huge.
bro.
Absolutely huge.
Big things popping. Well, listen, man, bro. Before we close this out and let you go, man, you got any big shout outs for anybody out there?
Well, I mean, of course, shout outs to God, obviously.
Of course.
Shouts to one of the man upstairs. But special shout out to my friends and family. I care, appreciate, love you guys. And yeah, shout outs to GGL, the Global Gaming League. Shout outs to you guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Of course, man. Alpha.
Shout out to you. I miss you so much.
Miss you
We haven't
too.
had pod day in a minute, so
Yeah.
appreciate you. GGL, appreciate you, Mark Cooper. Like, thank you so much for coming on here and allowing us to give you some questions and learning more about you. You're absolutely amazing person.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, shout out E-Man.
Yeah, little man. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about him earlier. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to your wife. Love her. Yeah, shout out to, everybody. GGL family. Mike.
Yeah.
Birthday boy. Shout out. Clinton.
Hip-hop gamer.
Hip-hop gamer.
Yeah, I mean,
Tiger Media.
you pretty much said everybody I was going to say. So, yeah, shout out to all of you guys. Again, Mark, man, it's been a blessing to have you on the show, bro. First of many. You know what I mean? You're part of the family now. Retro Vaultz, Soul Stories. So, for everybody that's tuning in, Mark Cooper, the episode is out. Please check it out. The video's dropping soon. One love. God bless. Salute. We out.